All right, y'all. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings, to the people in Israel that may be watching this. My name is Brother George. I'll be out there with the brothers from House of Jerusalem, my brother KJ and brother Darius, aka brother David. Today, I'm just here freestyling in the spirit, and one thing that was on my mind that I just felt like making a video about was to just overall talk about the Lord. Who the Lord is, and as well as some of the things he's done. Because a lot of people, kind of skip over the fact that the Lord hates and that the Lord has done things to certain people that didn't follow the law. So today, that's what we're here trying to get into. Now, let's go right into it. First of all, I want to start by going to Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. This is Exodus 15 and 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So right there, in the second book of the Bible, Exodus, it's already letting you know for a fact that the Lord is a man of war. And another thing that I want to jump into, but it's clear cut as day, is Proverbs chapter 6, verses 16 through 19. Let's go there and check it out. Proverbs 6, verses 16 through 19. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that showeth discord among brethren. So right there, that's proof that it said that the Lord hates. Now, let's go into some other situations where it's shown that, the Lord has done things to people because they have defied his law. Let's start off with Numbers 16, verses 31 through 33. This is Numbers chapter 16, verses 31 through 33. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. Now, Numbers chapter 16, that's going into the rebellion of Korah, Dathan, and Abram. And, they were murmuring against the Lord, kind of, defying them, thinking, that the Lord wasn't there in their corner, which he always is. Now, let's jump back a few chapters and go to Numbers 12, and we're just going to go ahead and read verses 1 through 10, talking about Miriam and Aaron. This is Numbers chapter 12 and verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, Hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Now the man, Moses, was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they 3 came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. So they were murmuring against Moses, and even in the scriptures it says that Moses was like a friend unto the Lord. And they were murmuring against them, kind of what you would say, gossiping, I guess. Talking about, basically trying to say, well, the Lord speaks to us too, why is Moses so special, right? And he even married an Ethiopian woman, right? Just kind of getting on him. Verse 6. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I the Lord will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches, and the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, Salakia, and behold, she was leprous. And if you go into Leviticus, talking about, the laws of issues, basically, just going into not only the laws of issues, Salakia, but also referring to, cleanliness and uncleanliness and certain things like that. Being leprous is somewhat like a disease, and being white, having white hair, scabs, certain things among that nature, right? So, being leprous is a very bad thing. When you're leprous, you can't celebrate some of the feast days with the congregation and so on and so forth. So that was like a curse unto her, right? Now we're gonna go to Numbers 15, and we're gonna read verses 32 through 36. Oh, and another thing to add on to the Miriam and Aaron thing, that can also kind of double as a color scripture as well. I kind of figured that out through the spirit, because obviously if she was already a fair-skinned woman, then she wouldn't have been able to turn leprous. Meaning just getting fairer skin. Right, so this is Numbers chapter 15, verses 32 through 36. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. On a Sabbath day, that's what you're supposed to chill out. You're not supposed to do nothing. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron unto all the congregation. And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. Excuse me, Salakia. And they were saying these things because this has never happened. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to go about this thing, because nobody's ever broken a Sabbath before. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died as the Lord commanded Moses. And that story is the exact reason why, if you look down in Numbers 15:38, as to why we're supposed to wear fringes. That was something that was added because, we needed something to remember. Because just like Hosea 4:6 says, and I believe Baruch 4, talking about how, Salakia, talking about how, how we're a hard-headed, stiff-necked people. So we need real physical reminders like fringes and that ribbon and that board in the blue to look upon, to remember to keep these commandments. Now I'm about to bring out the last scripture. I'm about to bring out the Spirit, Proverbs 1, chapter 25 and 26. It's a Lakia for the messages that keep popping up. This is Proverbs 1, chapter 25 and 26. You know what? We're going to read down more. I'm going to start at 25 and keep going. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. So those scriptures is just going into, how the Lord, how he gives us clear-cut things to do, and when you don't do them, how he's going to laugh at your calamity, man. This was just kind of quick. I kind of just threw something together. I planned on making this, a short video, just showing and bringing out certain things that I kind of wanted to talk about through the Spirit, not really get into prophecy too much. Hopefully this video was edifying, talking about the Lord, and overall, just remember to keep the commandments and be steadfast in his truth. Shalom.